I gotta wait.
Alright, both teams are ready, so whenever you're ready, PJ, can go ahead and get into the game.
They're both ready?
Yes, sir.
Alright, alright. Okay. Gosh. I'm scared personally. I've never been casting, so.
Well, welcome everybody to For Life Gaming here. We're going to be watching a great series today. I'm where Angels Die, better known as Angels, helped out here by PJ. Say hey, PJ.
What's up? What's up?
And we're going to be loading up into King's Row today, and PJ, this is personally one of my favorite maps. You really see so many different compositions on this map. You see a lot of bunker, a lot of deathfall. Not really too much dive on the first and second point, but I do think it's viable if you run it correctly. So, from what we're seeing right now, what do you think we're going to be seeing from these teams coming out?
I mean, I haven't played Overwatch in a while, but then I'm experienced on it. I mean, they're running on the red side. They're running Widowmakers, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, we'll see what happens, though.
I do like the Widowmaker pick here, and of course you see a lot of teams tend to run the Widowmaker here to open up, as it does give you the opportunity for an entry pick, and we'll have to see if Soli can make anything out of this French sniper herself. Now right away, the doors open up. Great job pushing out, and we see on the side of Raw, they're pushing back, making sure they don't give the Widowmaker free sidelines, but Lazy Wolf caught out of position, taken out early on. It's a great pick for Eclipse. They have a great opportunity here to push in. Oh man, there goes the second as well,
God.
PJ.
The Widowmaker pick is like a 50-50 chance, I was about to say, because you can miss your shots and then just the whole team can't do anything about it, and the Widowmaker's useless. But you're seeing here, they're getting the first point, and it was actually really good. Solely getting 2 to 3 kills, like getting their team an advantage, which is really nice.
And immediately, we see Hunter B going over to the Genji on the defensive side. What do you think of this?
It's a broad play. I mean, he could die and make his team lose the fight, but then you see their Geek actually wasted res. We'll see what happens though with this flank. It might be a 50-50. If he dies, he might lose the team fight with his team, but we'll see though.
Now we do see that they are trying to hold here right up against the arch on the defensive side, and Eclipse doing a good job right now pushing out this Reinhardt, pressuring Can You Believe so much right here, making sure that he can't just keep his shield up for free. And that's exactly what you need to be doing on the attacking side. The pin goes out, but nothing found over just in. Plenty of ultimates coming online for Eclipse. There he goes, the sound barrier, looking for a second one here. Are the tank lines. Goridic Flux goes out, no shield for Reinhardt, meaning everyone will fall, and 3 people down to the Goridic Flux, make it 4, make it 5, as Tank on a flank really shows off how good he is on the Sigma.
God. That was really nice by them. I mean, that ult and just everybody combining and just pushing in, just getting pick by pick is really nice. You can see here the Widowmaker actually using her ult. I mean, they have to regroup. They're probably going to get the second point. It depends on this team if they rush or not. It's a 50-50 though.
It's a very aggressive intra-site command from Soli, aggressive positioning as well. And oh man, the payload is barely contested at the last possible second. Hunter very low health, trying to contest this Genji though as the D.Va bomb goes down.
Oh, D.Va gets the 2 kills. Oh my god. They might win this. They might win this fight. Might capture this. Capture this point.
There goes the 3rd kill as well. The Dragon Blade is out, PJ, and that means Carry Me
taken out.
His Shatter is there, but the Echo is taken out by the Dragon Blade as well. As Hunter making this Genji worth its weight in gold so far on this second point.
I mean, they did really good on just blocking that and just pushing at the right time. I mean, they pushed at the like utmost right time. They almost captured it, but just pushing at the right time, just comboing everything. The Genji ult was really nice, getting those few picks for his team to just push in, just capture the point right there.
And now this is where we're going to see the Ashe on the defensive side come in huge. Lazy Wolf has the defensive positioning available, potentially has the damage as well, meaning that he's going to be able to contest the DPS on the other side of the matchup very effectively here on the Ashe. Such a strong hero right now as the bomb goes out. Gravity Flux is there as well. Two people up in the air as they land. No one to take it out, but Lazy Wolf, great pick here on the Game Geek.
I mean, just look at, if you saw on the top left, just all of them had ults and just wasted all immediately. You could see the combos right here, just like wasting ults on the second point is just, I mean, viable. Like they could have won, but then I think the what you call it, the tank on the red side, it's just that ult was really, because Reinhardt was actually using his ult. I think if he would have hit that with more people, I think he would have won that play and won the point for his team. But I mean, you can see right here, they usually don't have ults right now.
You're absolutely correct there, PJ. And now several ults coming online on the attacking side. It's going to be hard for the side of Eclipse to hold on. Raw to hold on as Eclipse pushing forward. But if you get an entry pick, tank on a flank does punish out Hunter B for going too aggressive on the Genji though. And can you believe, he's so well, gets taken out by the Bionic Orb. Or rather, Copy goes out onto the Rhine as well. So Nova Specs building up to the Earthshatter soon enough. Diva Bomb out onto his backline. Doesn't need to worry about it because nobody's in the way. When the Shatter goes down, 3 people down. And PJ, I think this is exactly what you expect out of your Echo players. A 3-man Shatter there to pick up 2 kills with the Shatter alone. Absolutely insane. There goes the Riptide as well on the attacking side. No Sandberg to help him out as the blade goes down. Hunter B doing what he can to clean up this fight, but not enough. He keeps getting booped away, whether it's the Junkrat or the Lucio, not able to get enough value out of his blade to clean up the kill as the Flux comes out yet again with the Coalescence. Last second chance here for the side of Raw to hold on, and so many kills coming in for Tank on a flank on the Sigma so far. They're doing so well in this role in this matchup, and Raw, just no answer so far for this attacking side.
That was amazing. Like, I think coming out for the attacker side, it was actually like really amazing, because those 2 or 3 Widow picks makes the team more confident of just pushing in and just holding the point, even though they lost like maybe like the second or third fight. But then it gives them confidence to just keep pushing. I mean, those 2 or 3 Widow picks can change actually the game mentally, just on the defender side too. But we'll see here on the defender side from the attacker side. But we'll see what happens.
PJ, I think you bring up a great point there that a lot of people tend to look past. Is the mental game in Overwatch. It's a huge part of how you play, whether you're feeling good or you're feeling poor. And getting 2 early picks thanks to Soli meant that the side of Eclipse just had the insane mental advantage. They knew they were strong starting off. They knew they were going to have the ult advantage, meaning that their team was definitely going to feel themselves a little bit more than the side of Raw. Raw did get a decent hold on second point for a little bit, but they didn't really stall out too much. As we see 2.5 minutes left over on King's Row, they have to make sure that they don't feel too bad about it and they can come back in this next attack.
I mean, yeah, like Eclipse, they use their ults pretty well there, like getting 1 or 2 picks from the DPS side, because wasting DPS ults can mean the game and mean like many fights, like overcoming other fights too, just mentally, because this game's mostly mentally. We'll see what happens here for them for running away attacking.
And PJ, I think this is the first time I've seen Orisa Hog versus Orisa Hog in about 10 months. I feel like, man, this is a meta that's definitely a little bit old and a little ancient there, but both these teams running it, and this is definitely going to be an interesting matchup, seeing how Raw decide to attack on this defensive side. Nice hook, though, onto the Orisa for the side of Raw. Going to be very low, has to heal up, but Rotarp's nice shots onto Nova Specs. Great early pick there.
Oh, and they race Wes too, but then gets another pick. Dude, it is so big. for the defending side, but then their Mercy actually going down, and their other DPS Hunter 76 going down too.
And Coalescence available already for their defensive side. They can hold on here with the Coalescence. The Bongo is out as well. Man, this is crazy. Great ult charge coming out from Tank on a flank. You don't generally see an Arista build up their ult this fast, PJ.
No, I mean, this is comp. This is basically comp. I mean, what I can tell you, these guys are trying really hard. I appreciate it. It's just, I think she's the MVP here, just mentally. Going in, getting a few picks for their team, and winning their team fights, and just lowering the other team's men's down. You can see here, slowly going aggressive as Tracer.
Oh man, 3 blinks in the backline, hasn't even a recall just yet. Recall's in the middle of their team is so dangerous to do as a Tracer player, but he has no fear whatsoever. He knows his team is there to support them, and as the Bongo comes out, a second Bongo for the defense thanks to the copy. You see the offensive Bongo come out there. Hunter with the tactical visor will take out Nova.
Hunter
as well. It's an opportunity here. Hunter doing so much for his team right now in the Soldier.
Just, oh my, just one ult can change the game. Just, you can see there, just the DPS. If you waste your ult on DPS, you have to wait another like maybe 1 minute, and it's gonna waste time for you to capture the point. I mean, Hunter, you could see there getting like 2 to 3 picks with his ult. It opens up for his team to get the first point. It might get the second point too. Just letting the other team waste so much ult trying to defend that. But hey, what can you say? Just
well, that
amazing
is an early
ult.
pick on the Lazy Wolf. A hook is incredible as well. Flash ready to cancel the heal as well, and the supercharger coming out. So much damage is going to be put out by the side of Eclipse. The whole hog there just to follow up as a meat grinder takes apart the enemy team. Lazy Wolf does get a pick in return onto Nova. That's a great start to try and get a retake here. As Nova's going to have to wait a long time before he can get back in the fight.
Yeah, I mean, just going back in the fight, just a 5v6 can change the whole entire game. Just, you can see here, it's just, every pick matters in this game. You can see here, 5v5, 5v4, every ult matters too. Just, actually just amazing plays. I mean, Game Geek right here, Lucio, has ult, so you can see here, using freaking ult. I mean, I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
The lens goes off? What?
Oh my
That's
god.
absolutely incredible. That's exactly what the side of Eclipse needed to try and hold on here. Rotar's holding the hold, very low health though, as a flank. Noon goes out and Soli picks up 2 in the back line.
Oh my god, just getting 4 picks. He's like, I think McCree, just in general, with his ult, you have to be in a good position to ult. I mean, with this, like, near platinum level, near diamond level, it's really hard to ult in just the other team looking around trying to find you. And it's easy to find you with McCree, but then just Soli getting a pick again by the 76, just Soli just popping off. Soli getting a second kill here, getting a third kill.
Oh my god, the Valkyrie goes down.
Oh my god. Oh, she used the Valkyrie? Oh my god. The Soli's just popping off here. Just, she can just go on a rampage right here. She is on the rampage, almost getting ult. 90% out, already has ult. Like, I can't do with you enough how good at DPS this person is. Just getting pick by pick and helping her team just utilize all their abilities. I don't know, I think she's pushing in really hard here. Almost getting a pick on Winston here. Trying to capitalize it.
Crazy. Soli's in front of his entire team, PJ, and he's still getting kill after kill here on the McCree, doing so much damage, as you said. But it seems like with the overwhelming ult advantage that Raw has, they will finally be able to push the Eclipse back past this arch. Such a difficult spot to push through. As Lazy Wolf picks up 3, 2 of course with the Dynamite, and 1 with the Bobber himself. So much damage. Ooh, a wasted whole hog there from Carry Princess. That's exactly what you want to see from the attacking side.
I mean, that was a good push by them. Oh my god, getting a mercy kill too. This, I mean, the attacker side, they took forever just trying to push in. I think they were scared. Each time they kept getting picked off, and trying to play as a team. But then, I mean, you can see now, Soli using a big difference is just picking off everybody and just respawning, which is really nice. But the attacker side, just crunching in, just getting all those picks and getting actually the second point here. That was really fast.
Oh man, that's a late duplicate coming out from the defensive side. Bob gets booped right over the pit. Unlucky here for Game Geek, as this team has to keep backing out if they want to stay alive. And man, Soli's been a standout player, but it seems that, like, when he isn't getting plenty of kills, Eclipse is struggling to try and finish off fights on their own.
I mean, on the Eclipse side, they have 2 ults. Oh, Soli's gonna use ult here, missing the Reinhardt slam, but getting actually a pick, getting 1 or almost 2 picks from Soli. I mean, that was really nice, just using 1 ult. They almost have... oh, they have a Mercy ult right now, too, which is really nice. And on the running away side, they only have 1 ult. I mean, ults are really viable on this game. Just pushing in, getting ult charge, and using your ults. I mean, come on. We've seen here. I mean, Soli just doing the business, just tapping those heads, just tapping those bodies. Come on.
That's an extremely aggressive primal. Rage Root starts to get some kill on the take on the flank with the boop. No resurrect available here for the defensive side, and they do cancel the coalescence rather. Solely, as you said, just going absolutely crazy on this McCree so far, doing so much work. But the supercharger coming out on the attacking side, this should spell the end for Eclipse, as they're in such a difficult position. Solely 3 health, trying to run away, will manage to get back to their supports soon enough. But this is 50 seconds slowly ticking down here for the side of Raw. They have to capture the time if they want a chance to win this fight, win this map.
You see Nova here just going on a rampage of freaking Harambe, just pushing on the enemy team. I mean, just come on. He's just throwing everybody around. I mean, separating his team.
But Lazy Wolf really feeling himself right now. 3 kills so far for this attacking Ash. Nova Specs on the flank does manage to punish him, and it seems like it will be the end of this push as he's been getting so many kills. Solely picks up 1, 2, Bob gets out. 2 carry princes really living up to their name right now as they pick up 3 kills to save the fight for their team. And with 6 seconds left, looking hard for the side of Raw to get back into this map, as Eclipse gonna pick up the 1-0 in the series so far.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Just Eclipse, I mean, amazing. Come on. Their tank right there, Diva, just ulting at the most important point in the game. Going overtime or just winning the game. Just using that ult right there was really, really amazing. I mean, Solely too, getting the 2 picks by Widow and just going to McCree and just popping off. Just actually popping off and getting damage on the enemy team.
Absolutely, and PJ, it seems like we have a great series lined up so far. Yes, that was a little bit more one-sided than you might hope for, but still, we did see great stuff coming out from both sides. Raw definitely didn't go down without a fight. They definitely put up a lot of damage on their own side, but unfortunately just wasn't enough in the end there to cap that 3rd point. We'll have to see what they can do on the next map, Hanamura.
I mean, Eclipse doing it, like, actually a really good job. Getting that map is really, really good. I mean, come on. The just mental state of winning the first map is actually really nice, but then running away has to feel really pressured about them losing the first map. I mean, they almost got to the 3rd point. It went to overtime, but it's just hard. But they have a second chance of getting the 2nd map and getting it really close up.
So PJ, what do you think they should have done a little bit differently there on the side of running away with the W?
I think they should have been a little bit more aggressive. I mean, just Eclipse solely, all their DPS, all their tanks, which is right up in their face. They couldn't get towards the point. They captured the first point. That's nice, but then when they try to push it, they just kept getting stomped and stomped and stopped, and running away just couldn't do anything. Eclipse were just in their face the whole time. I mean, this is a point map on Hanamura, so things might differ. So we'll see what happens, but I think running away needs to get a little bit more aggressive and not passive at all.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you there. We saw that running away with the W did at one point get several entry picks on that 3rd point, but they just didn't push their advantage. They ended up letting their Ashe fall. And it seems like so far Lazy Wolf really has been the playmaker for Raw in this series so far. He's been going crazy on the Ashe, and Ashe really is a strong hero right now. She has a lot of damage when she's scoped in. She has the dynamite for group damage as well, and she has her own form of movement slash CC, which lets her get away from flankers. And Lazy really hasn't showing how strong the Ashe can be, but unfortunately just hasn't been enough so far. We'll have to see if Raw can try and make up for what they've been lacking in, that raw aggression that we need coming out from some of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, saying it again, I think Soli did a great job at Widow. I think one of the best, honestly. Getting those 2 to 3 picks, I'm just telling, like, mentally, it feels really good as a DPS player, because if you're missing those shots as a DPS player, even as Widow too, it feels so bad, just if you feel like you're throwing your team away. I mean, but she done a really good job hitting her shots. She just popped off. I mean, they need to stop Soli, their DPS, and I think they should be fine.
Absolutely. And now you might consider maybe running a D.Va here. We've seen Soli on the hit scan exclusively so far, and D.Va really does help out against hit scan, not to mention Sigma does as well. Of course, Sigma with the maneuverable shield provides so much help on his team, removing pressure from not only flankers, but long-range damage, like the McCree, like the Widowmaker that we've been seeing Soli absolutely slap around Eclipse with, Raw with. And it really would be a great change to see them go for a bit more of a traditional off-tank as opposed to the D.Va, as opposed to the Zarya that we might have been seeing so far. I really think Sigma is something they should be considering on the side of Raw, because he really does provide such a pain to the hit scan on the enemy team if he just wants to completely shut them down.
Yeah, I mean, Raw is doing a good job, or Running Away is doing a really good job. It's just, I think they need to cooperate and just wait, because Soli and all of them just kept pushing in, just getting pick by pick. You know, I can literally hear them, like, through this, talking, hey, we need to group up, just getting pick by pick. It's like, alright, we gotta wait. But Soli, just going in, just getting pick by pick and waiting for the other team just to respawn in and just getting free kills. It's just insane. But we'll see what happened on this map. I mean, anything could change on this map. Really, anything could change.
Absolutely, and we have to keep in mind the whole idea of the mental game of Overwatch being played, as you said, on our Kings Row matchup. It is a big part of how teams tend to play. You have to make sure that your team is in the game 100%, no matter what. The last map doesn't matter whether you won or lost it, because you have to play 100% no matter what. And we're going to have to hope and see that both these teams can make sure to keep their head in the game, not let the ego get to their head on the side of Eclipse, and not let the loss get to their heads on the side of Raw.
I mean, of course, like, this is a mental game. Like I said, this is a really mental game. Just going in, like, as any role possible. If you die and you leave your team at a one-person advantage, it just sucks to die and just your teammate just going in and trying to do something, use all their ults, and you're not there in the fight. And mentally, it hurts, and throughout the games that you're gonna play this time is gonna hurt the most too. But then I think Running Away is gonna bounce back and actually get this second map.
Absolutely, definitely not a lost series just yet for either of these teams. As we said before, we've seen both these teams do some great stuff on that last map of Kings Row. Now, Hanamura is definitely going to be a different beast to tackle. Third point of escort maps, hybrid maps, is generally pretty hard to take, but that's nothing. It doesn't really hold a candle at all to the second point on 2CP. Now, I don't know about you, PJ, but I know I've struggled my fair amount of times trying to cap the second point of an assault game mode.
Oh my god, yes. Just enemy teams just spawning in once you kill them, like the first few seconds, just coming back. It's real pain. It's honestly actually a real pain.
Now we do see Soli on the Ashe here on the defensive side, and we've talked about how strong Ashe can be, especially with the emergency pump. We don't see Ashley sticking with this, Soli too far, and it's a great entry pick. Soli's been doing so much for his team, but the instant res goes out. His game gate taking out Rotarps on the Winston. Lazy Wolf does get a kill, 2 kills. There he goes, Ashe making work on this attacking side so far. Looking for a third, but will get hooked in. Very dangerous here for Lazy Wolf.
I mean, that was a really nice pick, just from running away, just getting the pick from Soli. Oh.
Ooh, and Hunter, man, absolutely melted. His shield goes down, meaning that the hook goes in, and the 4 more kills follow that up, and Raw will look like a great beginning push. Gets pushed back thanks to a great Junkrat play coming from Nova.
I mean, that Junkrat play was actually really nice, just saving them. I'm telling you, you have 3 people on the choke, and you're just, you know, holding that position so the defense side can't do anything about it, but then it's just picks after the picks, and you have to wait for your team just to regroup. I mean, this is what happens when you don't regroup.
Man, but Lazy on this Ashe really has been such a game changer for the side of Raw in this series. Game Geek going down, there's a lot of healing down for the defensive side as the Coalesce is going in onto the enemy main tank on a flank and unable to stay alive, and Raw looking like they're gonna finally cap this point out after only 1 push being failed. That's definitely not too bad here for Hanamura.
I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, they have 2 minutes. That's really good. They have time to maybe do 1 or 2 team fights. If they win or lose, then they just got it in the bag. I'm telling you, they could come back. It's only a 1 map difference.
Now you say they could come back, but Soli, man, making the swap over to the Kree, gonna look real hard for the side of Raw, considering how hard they popped off on King's Row beforehand. Now we are going to see plenty of ultimates coming online. It's a great kill onto Radio Demon. Nova Specs a great pipe placing there as Soli picks off Lazy Wolf, getting his revenge finally there.
Oh my god.
What a beautiful shadow from Hunter, but unfortunately no one there to follow up with him as the ult gets wasted. And PJ, man, it's an ult you want back, isn't it?
No, oh yeah, Soli just actually doing really good with that flash there, just saving one of her teammates. I mean, that Reinhardt, I think he pushed really, really hard there and just not waiting for his team to just execute on that ult. I mean, it was a really good ult getting 4 to 3 people, but I think charging in wasn't the plan there from running away.
And I think that's a pattern we tend to see with some of the lower ranks. Teams don't tend to group up as effectively. Primal Rage goes out very early on. There goes some Gravity Flux as well. Oh, the Nano Mercy! You don't see that too often. Has taken a flank with the Flux, picking up a lot of damage here for their team. Now we do see plenty of kills going over. Ashley very aggressive here with the damage receiver. Mercy gets punished by Can You Believe, and this might be a tick going over, but no one alive to cap the point here for the side of Raw, unfortunately for them.
I mean, it's really difficult for a team fight and just one person ulting and like getting all the kills, but you can't capitalize because your team is not there. Your team is not there to capitalize it. I mean, it's really difficult for winning a team fight and just having 1 or 2 people on the point.
And those are 2 late kills the Valkyrie has committed as well on either side here, but I don't know about you, PJ, but I feel like that does tend to benefit the defensive side if both ults get committed, because on the defense, especially as a support player, it's so much easier to build ult charge.
Oh yeah. Just defense, just eating away all those damage that's coming in from the DPS side, from the attacking. I mean, you see here, just both sides too, just all the tanks is just eating away all the damage. You can see here Game Geek Anna throwing an aid, getting the Reinhardt, and solely getting the DPS, getting 2 picks. Now I'm seeing that Raw has to actually just needs to push back here. I mean, their 2 viable players or roles are just gone. I mean, they can't do anything about it.
And I don't know about you, PJ, but I feel like Rotarps might be wanting to swap over to something like a D.Va here, try and actually push out. Oh, can you believe that's trapped as well? Unfortunate there for the legs, as we like to call him in the Overwatch community. But this Winston just doesn't seem like he's going to help push through this choke too effectively. Maybe a D.Va would help out with the Junkrat spam. Oh, we do see Hunter get a pin on a Geek. I don't even know where that came from.
I mean, they're just out of position. You can see here. I mean, just Reinhardt's just charging in. I mean, out of nowhere. I mean, like, come on. The Winston actually going out of position, just out of the team fight. I mean, everybody is just everywhere. I mean,
this is a lot of kills here for the side of Raw, but they haven't been clean kills. It's been very staggered out. The Sacrificer does come out, dangerous to the air, but the Diva Matrix is available. Now we see the value of Diva here. Oh, it's Sticky Icky caught out of position by the self-destruct there. Resurrect coming out, but Hunter, another great pin on a tank and a flank, taking out such a standout player for the defensive side. But on the defensive side, as we speak, they are getting plenty of kills. And now it isn't exactly 4 or 5 kills, but that's all you need is NovaSex picks up 2 with the Riptire, and it looks like it's game over for Raw, but they did cap 43%.
I mean, that was a really good push for them. I mean, they couldn't do anything else. I mean, you talk about just map side. Like, this map, just Hanamura, is just really annoying at the attacker side. You're pushing in, and then just dying right away. And you're killing the enemy. But then, I mean, their spawn is literally, like, maybe, like, 2 inches away. You can't do anything, but you just gotta keep pushing. I mean, 43%, that's really nice for them.
Absolutely, the shatter goes out, 2 people down, both supports, but solely in the backline on the Tracer, taking up so much damage. Now the kills are coming in for the side of Raw as opposed to the side of Eclipse. Oh man, 2 people taken out by the pulse on the third goes out for take on a flank. And despite the Moira on the point, it doesn't seem like a side of Raw going to be able to cap this point at all.
I mean, just solely just doing her job as a Tracer, just going in the backlines and actually getting her Tracer bomb was actually the point of that fight there, just winning her team right there. That was just incredible by a Tracer play. I mean, running away has 46% right now and a first capture. That's really big.
Yeah, absolutely nothing to scoff at. You do see a lot of teams get held on the second point without any percentage at all. And as you were saying, that really does come down to how Assault game mode does work. The spawns on the defensive side are so close to the point, it's easy to stagger out, especially once you start swapping to some of the quicker heroes, such as Lucio, maybe a Wrecking Ball. It lets you stall at the point really effectively, meaning that your team has a better opportunity to come back, get entry picks. That's why you tend to see a lot of teams hold on to maybe even 6 ultimates and try and just burst them all into the enemy team at once to just try and take a clean 6-0 fight. That's exactly what you need if you want to guarantee a cap onto the second point of an Assault game mode, because unfortunately if you lose any players at all, it leaves you in a difficult spot to try and worry about the enemy team retaking.
I agree with you there. It's hard to capture just 5 people and just 6 walls just right there defending you. I mean, just like a tank falling down is really bad. A healer falling down is really bad. Any of those roles falling down is really, really bad for your team. I mean, we'll see here. Solely actually going for a different hero. Oh my god, eating up that fire truck. That was really nice. Getting 10% from Hunter. Just eating up away. Just ult charges. Eating it up.
Oh, the teleport play though, they don't expect it here on the defensive side as the kill goes out on the Solar. It's a huge kill. Lazy will pick it up a second there in the fight. As we said, this Ash doing so much work. Hunter B does get punished as carries Princess. Oh man, they're turning this around as Nova picking up where Solar left off with this hit scan roll, putting in so much damage. Carry Princess, of course, swinging away as well. And a lot of damage being put out by Eclipse, and what seems like it might have been a hold gets completely turned around.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I mean, you can see here. I mean, Symmetra just different plays, just out of the blue. I mean, you don't see this in the Platinum game at all. You can see here the whole team actually teleporting to the left side of the map. Are they gonna? Oh my god! I don't think Running Away knows.
Well, thanks to the same orbs, I think they will finally have at least an inkling of an idea. Great pin from Hunter, almost gets him a kill. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't manage to find anyone. The bubble does go out for Dahlia Shot, but the wall is there. Hunter walled off from his team, gets punished. Thanks to no healing coming out there, the Earth Shatter lands, but nobody taken now, as far as I can tell. NovaSex does get a kill, though. That's the point going down, unfortunately.
I might have to. I'm putting my mic down. I'm putting my mic down. No.
Man, an incredibly aggressive push coming out there from the side of Eclipse.
I don't believe it. I had to put my mic down and think what just happened. I need to process this. They take out the Symmetra, and it actually works just teleporting, like near the point, and just winning that fight was really big. But I don't think that they. Oh, what? What? Come on, teleporting to the like, and just surprising them on the second point too. That was really nice by Eclipse, just bringing out the Symmetra. I mean, that was that. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. 2-0 on maps. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I actually really don't know.
And that was absolutely crazy, as you were saying there, PG. Or PJ, sorry. Man, you generally don't expect a lot of sim plays coming out from teams, as you said, and generally, if you see a Symmetra, I feel like I personally tend to expect the team to try and teleport over the left or the right-hand side if you're defending. And unfortunately for the side of Raw, they just didn't seem to think it would happen, and it put them in such a difficult position, considering the right part got walled off by the photon barrier. So difficult to try and deal with that out on the defending side. Man, just Eclipse, great plan. They know 100% what their plan is for every single map so far, and they're doing a great job of executing.
I mean, you can see here, I mean, just their DPS just doing, I mean, the team, come on. I mean, all of these things matters. Like the strategy that they came up with. I mean, it might be a pre-planned strategy, but then I think a strong team is really when a team just right off the bat, hey, let's do this strat, or let's do like this, like they did there. Like I don't know. I don't know what's like hitting just Raw. I mean, their attacking side is looking really nice. I mean, a little bit more improvement, but like their defending side, I mean, I don't know. Eclipse is just hitting them left and right with so many different things. Just solely going on just Widow or Ash, just picking off 1 or 2 people and just going in, getting the 2 picks for his or her team and pushing in. I mean, and just Nova just bringing in the Symmetra, trying to help their team to push in on the point and just getting pressure by pressure on running away. I mean, running away has to do something right here and now on this map, because that second map was fine. You needed to win that map, but it was fine. But I think for confidence reason, trying to come back, they need to do it on this map right here.
Absolutely, it's going to be difficult to try and come back from an 0-2 position, but we've seen teams do it before in a lot of different situations, so definitely not game over so far for the side of running away with the W. They might in fact run away with the W if they manage to clean up their play here and focus on what's been the biggest problem. And to me, I don't know about you, PJ, but to me that really has been Soli, who's been an absolute standout player, picking up so many kills on the hit scan roll, looking like he might be running the pharmacy or the Pharah role now.
I mean, yeah, I think Pharah is really just on this map is just so annoying, really annoying. I mean, everybody faces that Pharah on this map, just getting booped off the map just all the time. I mean, this could be really annoying for running away. I mean, they're running the Reaper, going in on point already.
Yeah, going for a very aggressive hold, but the Symmetra on the other side. Nova did so well in the Symmetra before. Let's see if he can do the same this time around. 3-turn setup on the cross angle from him. As 2 kills, 3 kills come online for Eclipse's 4. Is Soli, man, just not letting up on this team. No mercy whatsoever for this DPS player. He's been going absolutely crazy so far this entire series.
I mean, just the pharmacy right here too is just. I don't know what to say. I mean, they're bringing in Running Away is bringing in a 76, which is really nice. But then just what, like this map? Come on! Oh my God! What am I watching? What am I watching? Just everybody getting boofed off. I mean, this. I mean, I don't know how you can counter that.
I've seen 3 environmental kills in a row, and I think that makes it 4 for the entire team fight. I don't think I've ever seen 4 environmental kills in a team fight without counting something like a Lucio Boop or maybe a Farrakhan. Man, Eclipse is doing a great job holding so aggressively, no respect whatsoever being given to the enemy side, and this is exactly how you need to be playing. You need to be playing with this confidence, knowing that you're better than the enemy team. You need to be pressing up on it. On the side of Raw, however, they need to be making sure that they can hold on, but no! Tank on a flank has gotten like 4 environmental kills so far with this Roadhog.
I don't know. I think they have the confidence on this one. I mean, you can see here just solely just pushing in just on their team. I mean, 3 to 4 people, I would be scared of just playing fair and just a Roadhog hooking me with like 3 people on this side. But I mean, just Eclipse just using their abilities to their advantage with this just
oh no.
Oh
Hunter.
my god. I just can't. I mean, solely doing damage on the backlines. Just, I mean, with Farah, just they're eating her rockets, basically eating her rockets, and just their tanks capitalizing. You can see this Roadhog here trying to go from behind, just getting the Roadhog hook, and gets the Roadhog off the map.
Let Hunter go. Let Hunter play the game. My goodness, they've been doing so many CC abilities to Hunter, making sure he never gets even close to the point. I don't even know how someone touched on the side of Raw. Radiant even did it, I guess, fade across the map. Can you believe does pick up a kill on this Nova, but it doesn't seem like it'll be enough as plenty of kills come online for the side of Eclipse. So much damage being put out, especially with the Supercharger, with the Valkyrie available. So much damage that they're not going to be able to hold on to on side of Eclipse because they haven't had a chance to build up a defensive ultimate, PJ.
I mean, they lost this round, but I think from running away's point of view, I mean, you're just getting hooked left and right. I mean, that's might be the top most like toxic thing that you can do on Overwatch. It's just getting hooked and just going off the map and just seeing them, just waving goodbye on your life and just trying to respawn. But then on running away side, they kept actually switching up all of their comps and just all of their heroes. I mean, you don't have enough time to like change your ult that quickly. Just changing each time of heroes and trying to figure out how can I push through this just massive just hooks and stuff in these orbs. But I mean, you can see here, I mean, they have Raw's has the Bastion now. This is pretty interesting. I would like to see
PJ,
this.
I'll give you a silver lining here in this cloud. They can't get hooked off the map on this one. Eclipse going to be pushing up, though, with the Rhine, with the Zarya. They're going to be very aggressive here. They have a Genji as well. Counterpin goes out. Great stuff coming in from Hunter on the defensive Reinhardt, but unfortunately not able to do enough as he gets burned out by Nova.
I mean, just pushing in, just capitalizing on just one pick. I mean, the Bastion coming in behind, but I don't think that's going to do nothing. Actually getting the first pick here. I mean, you see, the team not capitalizing. I mean, your team is dead. I don't know why the Bastion's there or shooting. I mean, they're giving them literally free ult charges as we speak. But I think Raw is just... I think it's just scared. I mean... They're pushing in, but I really don't know. Actually wasting
PJ,
res.
I think that's a perfect example of why you always see shields, why you always see healers playing with the Bastion. Because on his own, he gets burned out so quickly, and, well, without this damage coming in from road tarps on the Bastion, it just means that nobody can contest the enemy team, as Carry Princess and Tank on a flank just been doing so much damage. The ping goes out, but the Valkyrie is there to make sure nobody goes down on the side of Eclipse. And Raw doing the best they can, but unfortunately just not able to find any opportunities here. Solely gets another early kill here on Sticky Icky. Just no chance whatsoever for the side of Raw to push in.
I don't know what to say. I mean, it looks like the Bastion is not working. I mean, come on. I mean, they wasted gravity. I don't know what you I don't know what you call it. I mean, everything is just going on. Actually, they're using a graviton here. Oh my!
Oh just no! The two people that can follow up taken out of the fight is, can you believe? Carrion Princess has the Earth Shatter available. Lazy Wolf does get a kill, making 2 as he picks up a second on the Ash, looking for a third, but it doesn't matter because Soli picking up kills left and right in his own backline. Raw just not able to find an opportunity here for this matchup. And I don't really know what to say, PJ. This Bastion just isn't working out.
I don't know. Yeah, this Bastion should have been, I think, long gone already. Just getting picked off, pick by pick. I mean, them wasting res on the, oh my, just getting lasered. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Eclipse won. I think they took out, like, honestly, the strat. I mean, Raw was doing the same thing. They're trying to take out a Bastion. I mean, if you secure that point and have Bastion, it's going to be really annoying to try to retake that point. But I mean, the Bastion, you can see here, the Bastion wasn't working at all. I mean, gets done getting 2 to 3 kills around her. I mean, you couldn't do anything there.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. This Bastion, it just didn't make sense. Control Center's not a point where you want to run Bastion. You don't have the sidelines for it. You don't have the high ground for it. Whatever you want to call it, it isn't the pick in so many different ways on Control Center. It's such a close quarters map. You want to be running something like a Junkrat or a Reaper, maybe even a Hanzo to just spam out down the long sidelines. But Bastion, unfortunately, just isn't the answer, especially not without a double shield, without a hero like Baptiste or Ana that can just put out a stupid amount of healing and keep him alive. And unfortunately, Raw just, I guess, they were just sticking with it. They really wanted to make it work, and unfortunately, PJ, it just wasn't an answer.
I mean, was that like a 3-0? I think the match is done, but I don't know. I don't know.
That was a 3-0, but we do go to the 4th map here at 4 Life Gaming, making sure that every map counts. And this just goes to show how you can't give up. Even if you're down 3-0 in a series, you can still come back, take a map, if nothing else, for the map score. And really, if nothing else, and just out of spite for the enemy team, making sure that they don't get that extra map score to finish them, to help them out in later on in the series. In the league, rather.
Yeah, I mean, it's same thing from the Overwatch League. I mean, each map counts. Just going through, like, trying to get to the playoffs, getting that each map win, it does really count. But I think they should pull something off from their team right now on Raw. I don't know what to say. I actually don't know what to say. Eclipse is just popping off, the DPS popping off, their tanks pushing in when they need to. Like Raw's tank was just pushing in. I saw one play, he was pushing in when his teammates were just getting respawned. I mean, he's giving them free ult charges, and ults really do matter in this game. Like a Graviton plus with like a Reinhardt Shatter, I mean, it changes the whole entire game. I think Raw should just take a strat and just use it right away, and just surprise Eclipse.
Yeah, absolutely. Raw just seems like they have a disconnect there between their front line and their back line. As you said, the tanks just tend to push up without their healers, and it's a pattern that you really want to nip right in the bud the moment you notice it. Now maybe we can see Raw come back later on in the season to try and play a little bit more cohesive, make sure they're a little bit more I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is, but basically just try and be more decisive on their engages, knowing exactly when they want to go in, how they want to go in. Maybe planning out ultimates can help them out as well, because that is something they seem to be lacking. They don't really know when they want to use what ultimates together, and even then they tend to swap a lot of heroes, meaning that they aren't building up ultimates. You have to remember, ultimates are a huge part of Overwatch, and you can't just look over them.
Yeah, I mean, just waiting for ult charges. I mean, just switching over. I mean, I know it's really difficult for you to get probably just pushed off the map and just doing stuff like that. But you just gotta not switch heroes. Just play whatever you need to actually, and just get that ult charge. Try to get a few ult and actually recapturing the point.
Now we're gonna be loading up in Route 66 soon enough here. As soon as Raw manages to get their subs in here. Now, PJ, I'm not sure about you, but I think that this is the map that maybe Raw can try running the Bastion on. I think of the four maps we've seen so far, Route 66 would probably be the best one to run it on. It has some long side lines for the Bastion to spam down shields. It opens up the opportunity for Bastion to set up on high ground if he's playing on the defensive side. And I think Bastion, with his recent buffs, definitely is a little bit better than people are giving him credit for in this meta.
Yeah, uh, I mean, I think it's good that you have a lot of subs and just subbing in player by player. It's a lot of people, but I mean, come on. They need to bring something out. Like you said, I think I agree to that. I think taking out a Bastion on this map on attacking side would be a really nice strat. And just if they capture this first map, I think they're gonna capture the other map too. I mean, I don't know what to say. I think their best bet is just to go just pirate ship all the way.
Well, pirate ship definitely something we haven't seen in a while in the Overwatch meta. There was a period of time where we saw a lot of the double shield with the Bastion, with Mercy and a Baptiste, making it so that the Bastion was basically supercharged, having a ton of shields in front of him, having a ton of healing on him personally, and the immortality field to help him out as well. Not only that, we saw damage boosts with the amplification matrix as well. And it's definitely an opportunity to bring this back. I think Bastion, with his recent buffs, definitely a little bit better. He revs up to his smallest spread while he's in the sentry mode a little bit faster, and it helps him out a lot in the long-range spam area, as it does allow him to just be that little bit more accurate with a few more bullets, meaning that you might get a little bit of extra damage. But unfortunately, so far, I'm not really sure if Bastion would be the play. We've seen Eclipse run flankers pretty consistently, whether it be the Echo, the Tracer, the Genji, and those flankers can really cause a problem for Bastion.
Yeah, I mean, I think Soli did a great job of just Tracer on, I think Hanamura is just going in the backlines, using her ult, just and knowing that just backlines, the DPS and the healers, just turning away and not destroying just those shields that were defending. I mean, Soli's doing a great job on these 3 to 4 maps. And Game Geek too, and just Nova, just everybody on their side doing their job. And just maybe pushing in on the right time, maybe using ults on the right time, playing on the safe side. But Raw, I think they push out a little bit, like as expected. Just 2 to 3 people are pushing, and the backline's just is staying there, staying alert. But I don't know, the DPS on Eclipse side just bringing a lot of pressure to their backline.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Eclipse really should try and bring out, I think Running Away with the W should really try and bring out a bit of the Diva or the Sigma that we haven't seen them run so far as I can remember at least. And they are both very strong heroes right now. In my opinion, they are the 2 strongest off tanks in the game. But we've been seeing mostly stuff like the Winston or like the Roadhog coming out as an off-tank option, and unfortunately they aren't really as strong in the damage mitigation category, which is what I think they really need on the side of Running Away with the W. Eclipse has Soli putting in so much damage, Nova going for flanks, Tank on a flank, living up to his name and making sure that he puts in a lot of damage from an off angle. And unfortunately, without a Sigma, without a Diva, you're going to keep suffering the teams that run flankers in this way.
I mean, I 100% agree with you. I mean, just ults, of course. All the top players, everybody, the low players say the ults are the biggest difference in this game. I mean, I think because they try to go aggressive a bit. I think it wouldn't work. It was on a whole different map that you shouldn't really go aggressive with. I mean, Hanamura just hooking people off, just booping everybody, just wiping the whole team out, just one by one. It wasn't working out. I mean, yes, but you're on to you lost 4-3 through maps. It's okay because you're on a different map. You can do different strats. I mean, just trying to figure out how to win on the situation that you're in and how to counter Eclipse's just counter like everything, like heroes, like solely taking out the hit scans and just hitting everybody or playing that far. I think they should have used maybe like they had a 76 but wasn't capitalizing of targeting that fair and just having that fair out of the fight. Maybe waste the res would have been nice, but I don't know. They should have switched to maybe 2 hit scans, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, double hit scan definitely not something to scoff at, especially as a fair team. Now, of course, we haven't seen them run fair too much on the side of Eclipse, but in that situation, I think double hit scan would have been a great option to at least put solely a little bit more defensively, making sure that they couldn't play as forward as they were. And when it comes to the Roadhog hooks, I really think that's something, again, I keep saying this with the Sigma, such a great hero when it comes to that. He has one of the most mobile shields in the game, second only to Reinhardt, who has probably the most mobile shield that this game will ever see, and it lets you block a lot of CC, it lets you block Pharah boops, it lets you block Roadhog hooks, it lets you even block Lucio boops. For those of you that don't know, holding your shield until Lucio means he can't knock you away. And that's what helps a lot of teams push into the white room that we saw Raw trying to do. They had the right idea, but unfortunately their execution just wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think Raw is really good tagging side. I'm not gonna give them like, oh, they suck, but then it's just they push in really well. It's just Eclipse is just utilizing what they're doing. I mean, you know, going into the back lines as a DPS is really, really, really risky. But, I mean, you have to go for those plays. Because, you know, your team can't make it themselves. Come on. You have to make the plays for your team. And for your team to cooperate, like, call out wise, like, hey, I'm pushing them forward. They're scared. You know, push in. 2 or 3 people are looking at me. And then they can utilize it. I think Eclipse was really good just flanking in general and knowing their maps and using the heroes' abilities to just on their advantage side. I mean, Raw trying to do, you know, the strat with Bastion, but I don't think it was working at all.
Yeah, Bastion on control is a very difficult hero to run, in my opinion, and the risk to reward value just really isn't there, unfortunately. As much as I love Bastion as a character, I think he's a really cool, I think he has really cool lore, he's an awesome character to read about. Unfortunately, in this meta, he just really isn't the best because he's so stagnant, meaning that you can just take off angles around him. You can run something like a Diva or a Sigma. I know I keep harping on about these heroes, but unfortunately they're just the best off tanks in the game. They have so much damage mitigation. They help deny him a lot. Unfortunately, so.
I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, DPS does like most of the damage, but I mean tanks are the scariest just to verse. I mean, a Reinhardt up to your face as like a healer or DPS is the scariest thing like in the world to me anyways. Just a Reinhardt up to your face, you don't know when he's gonna smash or when he's gonna use Fire Strike or a Sigma, just throw a huge ass ball in your face and get stunned and just you die right away. I don't know what to say, but I mean, I agree with you. You need to play these off tanks in order. I mean, there's some situations where you don't play them, but I think it's valuable to running away that they need to play these heroes.
Yeah, as much as DPS do tend to have the standout plays, whether that be a huge blade or a massive barrage, or maybe just great picks coming in from a Widowmaker or McCree, the tanks are what allow that to happen. You don't tend to think of the tanks too much when you're thinking of who's making the plays, but the tanks are what's mitigating the damage for your DPS to go in. The tanks are what are tanking the CC abilities, such as stuns or boops, to make sure that your CC, or your DPS rather, don't get hit by it. And PJ, it really does come down a lot to tank play. This game is a lot about the tanks, and it's something people tend to forget about because they see these DPS players going in with some crazy plays, picking up 4 or 5 kills on their own, seemingly. But if you pay attention, you'll see in the kill feed a lot of the time, you see Halts being helping out for kills, Rocks from Sigma, you see Divas eat pulse bombs, Graviton surges, stuff like that is so crucial, and people tend to forget about it as tanks are just such an important part of this game.
I mean, I agree with you so much. Just tanks are so annoying if you get the time to use them and just use them to your advantage. I mean, like using like a graviton or a pulse bomb and then a diva just eating that just hurts your soul. You're like, we're about to go in, but you know, let's go back. But
yeah,
I agree with you, man.
We'll bring it back here to the series, but absolutely. Hopefully, we'll see Raw come out with a little bit of a different tank line here. At least running either the Diva or the Sigma, because they really are the strongest tanks in the game right now. Diva has an absurd amount of mobility when it comes to the tank roster. I think she's only second to Wrecking Ball there, and what she has on top of, as opposed to Wrecking Ball, is she has a crazy amount of not only damage output, but damage mitigation, PJ. The defense matrix lasts so much longer than you think it does. You can just hold your matrix up to a Tracer and completely negate, I think it's about a clip and a half for her, which is a ton of damage taken away from the Tracer.
I mean, I agree with you so much here, but then you can see running away, actually going the pharmacy here. I think it's gonna be really good for them actually using the pharmacy. I mean, well, you can see Soli too using the Doom Fist. I mean, running away has this first point in the bag if they can execute really good.
And I just wanna hear what you have to say here about this support lineup on the side of Eclipse, PJ. The Mercy Zen, that's so risky.
Yeah, I mean, Zen, he's a good hero. Like his ult is really annoying to fight against with, but I think they can do it if Game Geek is really maybe like back offline. But I mean, they have the Pharah right here. They can hit the backline, just get Game Geek to the point where it's all over. Your healers are all over. You only have Mercy to deal with.
Man, Nova was so deep in the enemy backline, they didn't even turn around to deal with him. He only took about half his health of damage when he could have been taken up completely there. Great kill on the Game Geek though, good flanking coming out from the new DPS players being put in here for the side of Raw as 3 kills come in, make it 4 as Dan Gaming taking on his counterpart in the Tracer duel.
I mean, this duel here from just Tracer going in the backlines, just there. I like to see this from Raw, just them pushing in, seeing the Tracer going by, like in the backlines, just doing the most damage that she possibly can. You can see the Fair here just doing the most job too, just flying up, getting a little bit of the backline. You can see Sully here going really aggressive, actually, trying to. Oh, actually, their Tracer. I think Sully left the Tracer.
Whoa, I thought for a second there Expert got pinned by the enemy Reinhardt, but no, I saw incorrectly as Raw doing a great job so far, picking up a very quick first point cap here. And these new DPS players coming in for the side of running away with the W really have been doing a lot of work so far. We've seen Dan completely playing so aggressive, making sure to put pressure on the backline constantly, and Expert doing a lot of damage here on the fair roll. Gonna get taken out for using Carefulness, taking a flank there, making sure to punish him for overextending.
I mean, that's a good pick, but I mean, I like seeing Raw like this, just going aggressive. I mean, look at the defense from Soli. This could be really good, and just she missed, but trying to get the Mercy. I like this from Raw, going in on the point and just doing the most damage that they can, and actually just going so aggressive. They don't know what to do here, or Eclipse doesn't know what to do. You can see right there that Zarya just out of place, like nothing. Like I can't even speak. Like come on, come on.
Yeah, this is a completely new roster we're seeing right now, PJ. So much aggression coming out from Raw. So much confidence oozing out of this team right now. As with their new players, it really seems like this is what they wanted to be running from the beginning, but unfortunately just didn't have the players available. Plenty of kills coming online, and still it's a pretty good time to be going in through Route 66. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to be turning around this first bend is definitely nothing to scoff at.
I'm just kind of, we're seeing just, of course, like there's other people in the roster that got exchanged like subs and stuff, but then this is amazing. This is a new Raw that I like to see. Going aggressive. You can see here Zarya actually using just going on the point and just using everything that you can just to secure it. They have 3 minutes on the clock and capturing they have 4:37. This is really good. You have like maybe 2 to 3 fights. If you can't win that, I mean, you can see here Eclipse, they brung out the Sombra here, trying to counter the Pharah just flying up. You know, Pharah's really annoying. I mean, Nova using the Hanzo, if he could hit those shots on Pharah, but I don't know what they should do here.
Yeah, this has been a completely different team we've been seeing, and now we see double off tank coming out for the defensive side. This is risky, but they do have a lot of potential damage output with their tank line alone, not to mention their DPS, running the Hanzo here as well. Now Soli is coming online to the Gravitas Surge. Hunter is just in the backline, he doesn't care. He's going ham with the Zarya so far. Demon comes out and with no main tank rather for the side of Eclipse. It means Expert has so much potential damage here on the fair. Freeze Fam coming out here. Earthshadow goes down, unfortunately finds absolutely nothing here for the attacking side. It's solely great kill. Tank on a flank, picking up another one as well, and Raw doing what they can here, but it seems this will be the end of this extremely aggressive push we've seen so far.
I can't say anything here. I mean, solely using just pushing them away. Eclipse using all their alts, trying to push them away, trying to take a breather here because, come on. You keep fighting back and forth, but then I can see Raw winning this game.
Absolutely. Look at the time, PJ. They have 3 minutes left over. They have no worries in the world right now, as they can build up to plenty of ultimates if they want. They have the Graviton and the Rocket Barrage available soon enough here. That's a potentially deadly combo considering how aggressive they can be. But a take on a flank does get a kill on an extra bridge. Being into Barrage will take a little bit longer to build up here for the side of Raw. This is an opportunity. The pin goes out, but the Reinhardt is anti. Great play coming out from Geek on the Ana so far, and a lot of ults coming online. Gravitas Surge, Dragon Strikes, and unfortunately for the side of Raw, just another failed push here. They did commit to Valkyrie late, but that was the only ultimate they committed as far as I can see, and that's definitely nothing to be too worried about on the side of running away with the W.
Oh yeah, running away with the W. That momentum, just pushing in was just amazing. Getting those 2 points was actually really crucial in here. But I mean, Eclipse just bringing out this Sombra here, just annoying their backlines, just annoying them. Like Farrah has to shoot each side of where they're at, the choke point, just to see if Sombra's there. I mean, Sombra is a really annoying hero to verse against, because of course she can go invisible and just hack the, oh my god, the Graviton comes in. Can they, the sleep was insane. The Roadhog, the flank Roadhog, oh my, I can't say any words. I can't say any words. Eclipse they flipped them like a pancake from their momentum.
That's a lot of ultimates used in that fight with no pressure being pulled from it. Now, do you see Hunter finally going over the hero we've been asking for this entire series, it feels like, as the Sigma makes his appearance on the side of Raw. GameGeek is playing so aggressive right now. He's so lucky that he doesn't have a demon. Oh my goodness, a 3-man demon bomb. How? You have 2 shields on the side of Raw. I'm not sure how that even got off. Oh, and if Can You Believe gets killed here, that'll be crucial as he has Earthshadow available at such a late kill, PJ.
Carry Me Princess, hey, she or he used the D.Va ult twice. This game and in another game, getting 2 to 3 kills. I mean, the D.Va ult is really crucial, but I don't know how they just didn't block that D.Va ult. They have 2 shield heroes that they could block against with her ult, but I don't know. I don't know what they should do. You can see Sully here trying to use her ult. Oh, getting trapped by the Junkrat.
Oh man, that's 2 kills going down. Solely picking up 1, but it's not enough as the Mortar still available. Great shatter coming out from Can You Believe? 2 people on the ground. No way to keep them alive as the overtime taking over. Doesn't matter because running away with the W, living up to their name here as they might be able to cap all 3 of these points on the side of Route 66. Reptile's massive expert bridge picking up 2. Thicky Icky punishing solely on the Sombra, of course. Has so much damage being put in by the attacking side here. Expert bridge uncontested right now on this Junkrat, putting in a ton of damage. 120 damage of grenade is just an absurd amount of damage. 130 actually, I believe. That Cola, or sorry, Foot comes out trying to finish off this point as the side of Raw, and unfortunately for the side of Eclipse, they can't really find the picks they need to bring this back.
That was a really nice push. Just like the last push that they need. They saw a few seconds, or yeah, a few seconds left on the clock. He's like, all right, we have some ults. We have to push in right here. You know, we can get some ults maybe during the fight, but then we have to push this. And they did really good. I mean, I think if Sully didn't get hit by that trap from behind and used their ult there, I think they would have lost that point. But just, I think that Junkrat trap just saved them from that team fight. I mean, that was a really nice fight by them. Just a last stand.
And it makes you think, PJ, what would have happened if we seen this roster for running away with the W from the beginning? Do you think the series would have been a little different? Because I definitely do. They've been playing so much better with this DPS lineup, with Recruit on the support lineup, and it's just been so aggressive, so decisive about every single decision they're making. It's exactly what we asked from them during that little break we took.
I mean, I don't. This is a different DPS lineup. I mean, it feels different. They're going so aggressive, and they're just like, I can't say anything, but it's just it feels like a different team. If this roster would have played in the other maps, I think they would have won like more maps. I think this would have been a really close game. I think Eclipse would have won like a few maps already, but I think this would have been a really tight game if these DPSs were in those other maps.
Now we do see on the attacking side a bit of a different composition coming out here, solely back on the McCree that he did so much work on for King's Row. Wall comes out, but taken down immediately by Expert. Didn't like it, so definitely decides to reposition it a little bit. Now we see on the side of Eclipse, a lot of damage is being put out, but on the defensive side, with the Mei, with the Reinhardt, with the Diva, a lot of damage mitigation here for the side running away with W.
I mean, you can see here, you can see right here that running away is a different team. Before, when they played, they backed off a little bit. They're playing passive. But right now, you can see they're all going aggressive. Like the Diva, like a few seconds ago, just in their face, just trying to scare them off. But I don't know what's going on. But this Mei, I think this Mei is really viable to the defensive side because, I mean, when you're around this rink area, Mei is just so hard to play against with because, oh, the ult's gonna come out. Getting three.
That's both Tankles committed on this side of running away with the W, sorry. I don't think that's something you're going to be too upset about. Both tank ults taken out. Oh, that's a late D-Mag onto Hunter. That's so unfortunate for the side of Raw. But they can retake here despite not having their D.Va mech available. A lot of ultimates up for both sides, so they have to be careful. Oh, that's an extremely aggressive goal, or Blizzard coming out here for the defensive side.
They're actually pushing in. I was really scared right there that they weren't going to push in and capitalize on that because it looked like they're going to back off. But then they're doing a really nice job just going aggressive and actually going with that mail, just, you know, slowing them out. Because once you get with that mail, you get slowed and it's just, you're going to get headshotted immediately. You're just going to get blown away immediately. You don't know what's going to happen. But they really executed that really well and captured the point and can defend it. I mean, the D.Va and Reinhardt, I mean, an OG combo from me back in the days, just playing comp. We'll see what happens in actually, can you believe it, getting 2 kill or 1 kill and actually using his
during
always.
the shatter! Can you believe making his shatter work? The Diva Bomb, a little bit late there coming in from Hunter, but it doesn't matter. It means that his team can push in without having to worry too much about the enemy team trying to capitalize on the Reinhardt pinning in for his side. But now we see the Graviton Surge is available for the defensive side, the EMP, the High Noon, even the Geritic Flux. So much potential ult charts coming on, or so many potential ult combinations coming online for the attacking side. Extra Bridge gonna have to try and build up to the EMP, but not gonna be anywhere close to where he needs to be. EMP comes out, 4 people hacked up. Dead Eyes triggered out there for Solely. It picks up 2, of course, counting the Diva Mech. Graviton Surge is there. Verdict Flux to follow. Oh, but a lot of people can't. Getting taken down, taken on the flank though. Picks up 2. Can he clutch up for his team? Bob online for the defensive side. It's not over for the side of Raw, but Solely wanting to clean it up. The executioner of his team's will, making sure that they can't get anywhere further. But Raw, an amazing defense, PJ.
I mean, this is a different team. I think they could honestly win this map if they can possibly can, but then, I mean, can you believe Reinhardt playing with the Shatter was actually insane, shattering 3 people, because Solely just doing what she can, just getting 2 picks right away, helping her team out, but then just, can you believe it, having the greatest Shatter just on that possible situation there was actually amazing for his team.
And Solely really living up to the nickname I've given him of the Executioner, putting in an absurd amount of damage on this recruit. Ashley overextended, gets bashed out. Great stuff from Recruit here on the Brigitte. But a lot of ultra being built here for Eclipse as the Diva Mech gets taken out. Nice Deadeye kill, meaning that plenty will follow after that, as Solely doing a good job here for their team.
I mean, Solely going behind. I wanted to close my eyes. I mean, she had the lineup right there, getting the Diva Mech out, actually. That was just really nice, but then, I mean, couldn't execute. I mean, the Brig was so annoying with the shield. You're just waiting for the red targets to pop up, but it's a matter of time. Just everybody to run away. You can see here on the choke judge by Shin. I mean,
we do see a recontest here. A lot of damage being put out here. Solely taken out. It's a hard carry coming in for the side of Eclipse and Raw. So many kills coming online for them just now. That's exactly what they needed. And God, I'm hoping that they don't see 9 here, PJ.
It could happen. I mean, you could. Oh my God! This is a different team. I like to see Raw play like this. They went so aggressive. I mean, they can't do anything. I mean, of course, all of them using ults.
Oh man, that's a rally you want back for sure. The copy comes out as well.
Oh, you can see the Diva all coming in. Oh, not getting anything here actually this time. Another Diva all.
And I love that wall coming out from Extra, making sure that with the Diva copy, they can't push in easily. Geritic Flux rather coming online here for the attacking side. It seems like when they commit a lot of ultimates, they will be able to take this fight. Deadeye comes out Solely, picking up Thicky, who was in the middle of the coalescence. That's a note you don't want to lose out on if you can help it. And Solely, man, this Solely's just been insane on this McCree.
Solely has done anything for her team, just going in the back lines, trying to use her all, just creating like any space as she can. But then, I mean, on this new Raw team, she can't do anything here. Maybe getting to 2 to 3 picks and just opening the team like, hey, we need to push in. Just this new squad of Raw pushing in, saying, no, you can't do this ever. You can't do this ever. I can't see. Oh my God! Just these ults just coming in, so beautiful.
Now Solely does get a kill on an important member of Raw. This is definitely winnable when the Resurrect comes out. So there's a Blizzard, and that Blizzard might be the cold end to this push for the side of Eclipse. Great stuff coming out from Raw. And I think we can't understate the value of these hero swaps. And not only that, we saw Hunter playing these these off tanks that can actually deny Solely so much pressure. And I think that's something that can't go without being said.
Yeah, I mean, that I love how Raw use their subs to their advantage, like a lot of subs to their advantage, just switching out their DPS. You know, it wasn't working out, and it's fine, but like, this sub, this was a different game. This was a different team, and I really just like to see that 100%, because they went in all aggression. You know, they tried something out, trying to take out taking out the Mei, taking out maybe the Diva, the Moira, anything that they possibly can to win that game, and they did. I mean, I just can't believe it. It's a different team that we're looking, and it's amazing to see what happens if you switch 1 to 2 players out and see the difference.
Absolutely. Now we will be inviting some of the captains here to see if we can get a bit of a post-game interview. But you couldn't have said it any better, PJ. Despite Raw taking the loss in that series, they came back for the 4th map, and they showed that once they have their starting roster in, they're a team to be reckoned with. Absolutely, they know what they want to do whenever they have their players on the roles they're hoping for, and it's just an absolutely crazy difference between what we saw in the first half of the series compared to that last map.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say to you, but Raw just blew my mind of just taking that map. That was a really different team. I think if they would have stuck that team, I think they would have won most of the maps. I mean, Eclipse taking out the strats that you don't expect on this type of level of experience, but I don't know. This was really nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. That was an extremely fun series to watch end off there. Now we do have Road Tarps. I'm not sure if that's what you want us to call you here, but we have it here for the interview.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, unfortunately for you, you did take a loss in the series today, but that 4th map, man, that was an absolutely fantastic map to watch. You guys played excellent. You were so aggressive. You were so confident in your play. Now, we've talked about it a little bit, but do you think if you had your starting lineup in, you could have taken that series?
Totally. We don't have Phoenix here today. He's at work. He's probably at home now. Sucks that he couldn't be here. We also had a lot of people I wanted to have put in. We were gonna have a lot of subs in these games today. We were expecting to put a lot of people in today. It just happened that none of them showed up until map 4 showed up, and it was already over at that point.
Yeah, unfortunately, but it definitely felt like you guys had a huge surge of confidence. Is there anything you said to your team coming into this 4th map?
Well, basically, Recruit, he's a really cocky person. When I tell Recruit, I tell Recruit, I'll tell Recruit, we'll be playing a game, and Recruit, and my team he hates the word winnable, and so my team will just start telling him winnable, and he'll just get mad, and he just plays better, apparently, when he's mad. It's just the way he plays. He played really well, and I just kind of told Hunter and Ken, who were in our party, that who were in our group, we have to keep winning. If we can get a momentum shift here, we can't let this series be a series. It's a preseason. We can't get mad over this.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's something PJ and I were definitely mentioning here and there, where mental game is a huge part of Overwatch, and I'm glad to see that your team didn't take it too hard going down 3 maps so early on. Coming back into the 4th map is a huge victory in my personal opinion. Even if it doesn't actually give you the win, it means that your team can come back from a rough spot, and that definitely bodes well for the regular season later on.
Yeah. It's true. A lot of teams we were not expecting to win the series, but Can, I think a lot of it goes to Can. He's definitely the calmest person on our team, because let's just say a couple of us were not in the happiest of moods after map 3. Let's just say a lot of people were getting mad at each other.
And I got a question, my bad, but do you think switching actually the subs changed momentum? Because we saw that the 3 maps, it was just an overhaul of Eclipse just doing something and just defeating you guys. And of course, you know, those losses equal to like maybe getting mad or getting stressed, and you guys swapping out the subs was actually really nice. Do you think that you're gonna start off with that lineup or a different lineup for the next game of the regular season?
Well, we have our core six that we've already talked about for like the season, which we just had to like I had to quickly like when Phoenix told me you couldn't be there, I had to quickly make a starting lineup, and we were trying to get everyone there, and no one was really on, so I just kind of had to say like, hey, and if anyone wanted to come in fourth map, I was like, sure. All evens, I like we put our lineup that was supposed to be in on that map on, so it was pretty fun to see them have some fun.
Okay, that's good. And you think it was a relief for this map, Route 66, that you guys actually won and just did absolutely phenomenal?
Yeah, I think I want to shout out like my team here, because like I think there's no I in team, so it's a really good momentum shift for us. We're really glad that we could get the fourth map as a victory, so that way, for one, it would probably make everyone a bit more upset if we went 0-4 in the preseason than just taking a 3-1. We'll definitely take the one win and go home happy today.
Now we did see a huge difference in your playstyle there towards that last map, and I just want to ask you, and of course, if you don't want to tell us, I completely understand. But did that have anything to do with your shot caller in game? Because it really seems like you guys completely changed how you're playing.
That's mainly because I don't want to really explain it like fully in depth, but if you ever think about it, like once you swap out people, then the other team has to figure you out. If that makes sense, because as soon as you run, because if you just run the same 6 people all 4 maps, you know, you kind of expect them to be like, oh, they're gonna run this again. All right, well, we'll beat them when we need them. But if you run, let's say, like a whole new lineup, then it's kind of like playing a game with them. Like, hey, what do you want? What are you guys gonna see here? Are you gonna see this comp? This comp? We don't know, so you're never gonna know. So yeah, that's really what I think, and I think that subbing in the people that we had was a really good thing. Kind of, it really helped me, because I was sitting on the bench, kind of watching it, kind of re-angling like my opinion on who should be in the starting lineup.
Oh, absolutely. Tough loss here for you guys, but of course it is preseason, so you guys definitely have time to improve and come back even stronger. We saw great stuff coming out of you guys in the 4th map. Now we are going to be ending off the stream here. If you have any last words you'd like to say to anybody watching, this is your time.
Alright, I want to shout out all of our loyal members of the W Squad. I want to thank all of you for, even if you aren't here, I'll probably send it out to some of my buddies to watch. You know, I'll still send it out to them even though we lost. I want to shout out our whole team for being there, and I also want to send a shout out to someone who has really been positive in our group. She was really nice to us, and she was giving us positive attitudes. And I want to just say, this isn't the last time you're gonna see us. We're gonna do something this season.
All right, well, that's been Rotarp. I'm still not sure if that's what you'd like me to call you.
Rotarp. You can call me Rhoda. I don't care. As long as you don't call me late for dinner.
Well, that's been Ro here for running away with the W. I've been waiting to stop better than the Angels, helped out here by PJ, of course. Thanks a lot for joining me today. And that's been 4 Life Gaming for you guys today. Thanks a lot.
Man.